When someone is homophobic in 2024, it's like they're wearing last season's like clothes.
It does feel stale. Yeah.
You're like, did you get this homophobia from the clearance rack at TJ Maxx?
It's like,
that's how outdated it is.
Get into aliens, girl. It's so much more interesting.
Welcome to Guys We...
Hello, fuckers. How you doing? Did you drink enough water today? Welcome to another episode of Guys We Fuck.
It's the Anti-Slut Shaming Podcast. I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome to the show.
Are you a musician? Oh, you are? Do you want to submit your music to be used on the podcast? Well, that's so nice of you. You should email us at gwfpodcastmusic@gmail.com. Email your song to Eric. Give him a streaming link. What else do you need, Eric?
It has to be music you own too.
Yeah, you have to have made it. You have to own the rights.
Yeah.
No samples.
Don't just give us your ex-boyfriend's song.
Don't send us "Come On Over" by Christina Aguilera.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Although I would love to use that.
Yeah, I would love to use that.
And if you're sampling something that is not yours, don't send it.
Yeah, because that gets us new YouTube knocks.
Oh, right. Okay, and then email us if you want to email us about your problem. Something's going on. Is your life a shit show? SorryAboutLastNightShow @gmail.com.
Yes. Today's subject line is my friend being selfish bitch? There's no or am I being sensitive? Hi, Corinne and Krystyna. I have a dilemma that I've been struggling with since it involves a best friend of mine whom I have always loved and thought, dun dun dun, in asterisks, I was very close with. Sorry, this will be a long email.
What a bitch.
Backstory. Over a year ago, in the spring of 2023, my long-term and abusive ex and I broke up.
Yay.
We had been living together for 3 years, and it financially put me in a very hard position to move out, as the lease was not up and I could not afford to pay him out to leave.
Well, if you get punched, I feel like you shouldn't have to pay out the lease. But
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, it could also be emotional abuse, so we don't really know.
That's also very bad.
Both of our names were on the lease, so I didn't want it to affect my credit. I had kept posting everywhere I could to ask if anyone had a place for me to stay and for someone to take over our one-bedroom lease. Finally, after 3 months of living together but broken up, we found someone to take over our one-bedroom apartment, and I also was helped out by my friend. I don't make a ton of money by New York City standards, so I couldn't afford to live alone, but my last 2 roommate situations in the city were pretty bad. One male roommate stole $3,000 from me.
What?
Another story for another time.
Keep your dollars in the bank, girl.
So not only did I want to try to live alone because of that, I also had a dog, and finding a roommate who was okay with a dog was very hard at the time. Plus, there's this weird thing now that roommates don't want to live with other people who work from home, which I do full time. So that added to the stress of finding a place.
Oh, because you're always there.
Yeah. Anyway, by the grace of the universe, I felt like I must have owed some good karma points, been owed, I'm guessing, because I don't know how I got so lucky, honestly. I was given a studio apartment that is rent controlled by my best friend. Let's call her Maya. Maya had found this rent-controlled apartment in 2018 and had been there for 5 years. The studio is pretty small and she wanted to move in with her boyfriend, so she was looking for a bigger apartment with him. She then needed someone to take over her current lease as she had recently renewed her lease. Maya knew I was looking for a place to live, so she asked me first if I was interested, and I said yes immediately. I moved in with 16 months left on the lease, and the plan we communicated to one another was I was going to re-sign when it was time to renew.
Cool.
She offered that I could just Venmo her the rent each month until the lease was up, and we could do a lease transfer at the end of a lease takeover right when I moved in. I didn't think anything of it and said, that's perfect. I have been living in this apartment, which I have fallen in love with for 13 months.
Well, that's good.
Since most of the units in the building are rent controlled, all of my neighbors have lived there for decades, and I have now befriended all of them, even the grouchy 5th floor 70-year-old man everyone complains about.
I love that guy.
I think he likes me only because he loves my dog. Dogs are really good for making friends. I have now even gotten on the board of my neighborhood, and I am part of the block association.
Okay, look at you, girl.
Wow.
Making a home for yourself.
I have really immersed myself in this place because I knew I would stay here indefinitely, since it was not only such a great place for the cost, but prime lower Manhattan, Soho.
Soho? You live by yourself in Soho?
That's incredible.
I hope this friend of yours didn't take this apartment away
something
from
bad's going to happen for sure.
know.
And
Nervous.
also, like, with a lease transfer with rent-controlled apartment, that doesn't sound like
you're not legally allowed to do that.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't sound like that's gonna work. Anyways, yeah, landlords are not like they'll
They
do
don't
anything
want you
to
there.
get you out of
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Anyways, the lease is going to expire in a few months, and the renewal forms will be mailed to me soon. Maya is a very good friend of mine, so I see her all the time. Every time I see her, she has always confirmed I will be taking over the lease.
Cool.
And it's also, I mean, you know. I think Maya realized probably, or someone said to Maya,
good deal.
this is a terrible lease to let go of.
Yeah.
And you should continue to maintain control over
Have
the
it in the
lease
family
because
somehow.
this is an absolute gem, and you never let go of a rent-controlled apartment.
In Soho. I didn't even
never
know
let
they
go
had
of
them
one.
in Soho. That's
Yeah.
where all the models live.
Yeah, she told me multiple times, "I love Brooklyn. I never want to live in Manhattan again, even if me and the boyfriend break up."
Oh no! Oh shit!
I mean, no one's ever said that. Manhattan, stop.
we're gonna be together forever.
Because of this, I also got another animal so that my dog doesn't feel alone as I am trying to look for an in-person job now. I only got my cat because I live alone and my dog is a COVID dog.
Your dog likes the cat. Your dog's probably like, "What the fuck, bitch?
Yeah.
We were good just as a duo."
Yeah, who I've had while being my full-time work from home. The cat is now his emotional support animal, and it's honestly the cutest thing ever.
That's great.
Maya and I got together just a few nights ago for some cocktails and pizza, and I mentioned something about hiring someone to come and put in a new light fixture I bought. She then made a weird face and said, I would rather you didn't do that.
Oh no.
I asked why. She said, well, as I have had time to think about it, I think it's best that you don't resign and find somewhere new to live.
Oh, that sucks.
I was shocked, jaw dropped and speechless. I asked where this was coming from, and she said that she loves that she was able to help me out in a time of need.
Okay, Mother Teresa.
But realizes the apartment is a gold mine and she can be making additional income if she has someone else move in instead.
She's not wrong.
And yeah, I mean,
She's not wrong.
She, again,
But I mean, she gets caught doing that. No rent control apartment for anyone, baby girl.
yeah, I mean, yeah, this is 100% the right move for her to be a slumlord.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you got to make your paper, you know? And some
Yeah.
girls, they don't want to show their pussy on the internet.
Yeah.
So you got to do this.
I started to have a panic attack and cry because, all right.
You pulled a mate.
Because I was now again being put in a position of leaving a place I had made a home.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, in New York, and
She does have every right to do that.
until you buy it, not to give you anxiety, but like I've moved like 10 times.
Yeah.
Like 10
And that's
times
usually-
in 20 years. And that's
It's a lot. But that's for New York City. That's kind of not that much.
just like how the city works. And you know, there's a lot of things you're putting up with in New York. Like if New York was easy to live in, everyone would make it here. You know the
Dude.
song, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
because of the rent.
There's a reason that someone wrote that song. And it wasn't because everyone was having a great time and finding rent-controlled apartments.
And the weather was great and the streets were so clean.
Yeah, that's not what Frankie meant. So that I had made a home now with not one, but 2 animals. And now all this furniture I bought for a small studio space.
That does blow. But it wasn't an official offer
Yeah.
to renew.
Yeah. We're giving such a New York answer, but I mean,
know.
hard to feel. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, now
sucks.
if she wanted the apartment back because her relationship wasn't working, I would be upset, but I would understand. But no, she wants to move because she wants to charge $3,000 under the table to a
doesn't
stranger
matter.
for rent,
It's like
stabilized
if you-
studio that costs $1,500 a month.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if you want to get an abortion, I don't care why. You should have the right to get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think maybe
She's going to abort you out of her apartment and she has that right.
she did what I used to do when I would drink, which was make too generous of an offer.
Oh, right.
That seems like what she was doing.
Right.
I love to make an overly generous offer when I'm drunk and then rescind it when I'm sober. That's my move. Mind you, she makes 3 times what I make. Well, this is not fair.
She could still want to save and make more.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, like this is kind of like the argument that people make where no one should be millionaires when people, don't have anything. It's like, that's not how a capitalist society works.
No.
And so if you don't,
No, I don't think anybody should be a billionaire. But a millionaire, give them that. It's not that much money when you live in New York.
yeah, I mean, it's also like, yeah, okay. So I disagree with this, but mind you, she makes 3 times what I make with her regular salary at her big tech job. But she went to school and she worked really hard to get that big tech job. Now
Now she wants to make more money.
this is not a fair argument.
Yeah.
I hate when people say, oh, well, you have more money than me, so you should pay for my shit.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
what? No. And her and her boyfriend have a 3-bedroom apartment all to themselves in
Wow.
Brooklyn. Again, that they pay for.
Wait, I'm so happy for this chick, how loaded she is. That's great.
Oh God. I was like, I have really good friendships. I've never expected my friend to give me an apartment.
No. No.
Way under cost in Soho.
I know. I would just keep that apartment for me time space.
Yeah. I was sobbing so uncomfortably at this table while we had wine in front of us and had been having a great evening. She not only is kicking me out, but she didn't even offer any comfort. She didn't come over and hug me or even say she was sorry. She just looked at me and said, I just have to do what's best for me financially. She should have given you more of a heads up because not let you. It seems like you brought up the situation and she already knew what she was going to do. So I don't love her timeline.
Her delivery sucked for sure.
The minute she made this decision, she should have contacted you and had a sit down conversation about it.
Yeah.
I don't like the way she was
not infringing on your hang time.
It's not nice. It's not kind. But the fact that she's doing it, I'm on her side. Because as I was reading it, I go, this offer doesn't make sense for her financially. Yeah. It's a dumb thing to do because then you would have the apartment and then you get the apartment.
Then
and
the only thing
she's
really getting out of it is helping a friend. And you know what? That's not a priority for a lot of people.
And
it's just not.
This is also like this is a very expensive favor.
Right. Like helping out a friend at the expense of not making a lot more income.
Yeah. She knows I don't make a ton of money and I cannot afford to live by myself.
That sucks.
It's not,
that sucks.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
We got to practice self-acceptance, girl.
Yeah, she knows exactly what position she is putting me in. And mind you, this is illegal to do. Well, it was illegal to give you the apartment in the first place.
Correct.
The all caps, this is illegal to do. Don't be a Karen about it.
Yeah, you are totally being a Karen.
Don't be a Karen about it.
It's this borderline-y kind of, like borderline personality kind of thing of like, you are hurting me and you're refusing to see it from her position.
Yeah, and because it's like your argument is that she doesn't deserve it or need it, and that you do.
And it would be awesome if she was the type of person who would just do this, but she doesn't. Yeah.
Quite frankly, neither of you, I'm sure, deserve a $1,500 apartment to yourselves in So.
Oh, she said it was $1,500?
Yeah, that's the rent control. Neither of you deserve. If you're give it to an unhoused person. If we're playing the generosity who needs it most game. I mean,
that's true.
You know,
don't just play a tiny violin for your circumstances.
Yeah, she is charging more for rent as a tenant, as if she is the landlord. Yeah, we all understand what she was doing, but again, it was illegal when she was doing it with you. But now you're mad because you're not getting it.
Yeah.
The way you got to look at New York is like you had an amazing 16-month opportunity to live in Soho. You're looking at New York all wrong, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on many things. I'm an expert at living in New York at this point. You're looking at this as something bad happened to you. No, something very good happened to you for 16 months that happens to almost nobody.
Bitch.
You got the opportunity to live in a neighborhood that I still can't afford.
I can't even afford to get a coffee there.
Yeah. I mean, this was just like a really cool 16-month opportunity. But because her name is on the lease, it feels out of my hands.
Because it is.
It
feels it, and it also is it.
Yeah. I have been friends with Maya for 4 years.
That's not that long.
I was going to say, this is
best
not that,
friend?
I go, this is not really a strong friendship.
4 years?
Oh, dear.
I can't believe she did that for you.
Yeah.
You only knew her for 4 years?
Maya actually might be the nicest person we've ever met in New York. We've ever not met in New York.
She didn't wake you up in the middle of the night and said, bitch, get out of my home now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so then when this happened, she knew her like 2 3/4.
Yeah. That's a really generous thing that she did.
Yeah. I have been friends with Maya for 4 years. I feel betrayed as a friend. I felt like my friend did me a solid when he let me move into his mouse-infested apartment that leaked from the ceiling. And
Tom,
and let me pay $1,000 for a single bedroom in the most disgusting place that I've ever lived in Times Square.
Was that the one he came home drunk and ate a salad and left it on the back of the toilet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep. His toilet salads. We had like a name for them because he would do it often.
You did it more than once?
Oh yeah, I would consistently find shredded lettuce on the toilet seat. Girl, you don't know how good you got it. You don't know. I lived through toilet salads.
I think I was in your apartment, one of your apartments once when there was a rat in the bed, or like when you found mouse poop in the bed.
Yeah, I've had 2. So
welcome to New York, bitch.
Yeah, there was one where the mouse was just like crawling through my laundry.
Yeah.
And that was the Tom apartment.
Sheet, I remember.
And then there was the Pinkerton apartment, and that's where the mice were crawling over my bed
while you were sleeping.
Yeah. So
You had it good, girl. You had it good.
I know now we will never go back to what once was.
Okay, I hope you can see the drama here.
Okay, but also, flip side,
please be 24 or 25.
please listen to how quickly your tune changed about your friend who did something nice to you as soon as you weren't getting your way anymore.
Oh, she's not wrong.
Don't love it.
She's not wrong.
But my main questions are these. Do I cut off my friendship entirely or pretend to just be okay and play it off?
If I were Maya, I'd cut off my friendship with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Her friend group is my only close friend group here. If I cut her off, I no longer have any close friends anymore.
Yeah, you shouldn't cut her off because she didn't do anything.
Yeah. You could say...
And you can be honest about how butthurt you are. I'm somebody who gets butthurt. I used to. Historically, I used to. I mean, not to say I'm immune, but like I'm nowhere near as butthurt as I used to get. You are butthurt, okay? If you can own it a little bit and tell Maya, like, I'm sorry, I'm just really butthurt. Like, I feel betrayed, but I know you didn't do anything wrong. Like, maybe if you could be a little more communicative about it and you're not hiding it in, you're not building this false-ass narrative that she screwed you over because she really didn't.
Yeah, you could be like, oh man, wish you had told me as soon as you knew because I've really fallen in love with the place and I joined the board and everything. But, you know, it is your apartment and it's your right.
You did
and thanks for the time that I got there. It was a really cool experience. How about that?
Yeah. And I think you're going to have
you owe her a gift.
Yeah, yeah. And you're going to have better self-esteem after you do something like that because like you really got to, you moved in there like you were going to never move out, but there's no way those circumstances were ripe for that.
Dude, wait till the next sentence.
No, what'd she say?
My next question is, do I tell the landlord what she is doing?
Oh, do not narc, you Karen-ass narc. Do not.
No, that's bad karma.
That's so awful.
Again, so it was okay when she was doing it for you.
I'm glad you wrote us this email.
But now that she's going to do something for herself, think of how much money she lost in 16 months, right? So say she could have charged double.
Yeah, let's do the math.
Let's do the math. This is 1,500 times 16. Almost 10 grand, girl.
She could have got at least 3 a month for that apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Is that what the calculation you did? Yeah.
I did 16. Wait, oh no.
No, 1,500 times 16.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I was like, sorry, my math was so off. It was hilarious. It's $24,000. I was looking and I go, that doesn't look enough. I typed something wrong. Yeah, 1,500 times 16 months. $24,000 favor she did you. A $24,000 favor.
Sorry, but you're wrong. You're in the wrong. You gotta stop.
Not only are you in the wrong, you owe her a thank you.
Yeah.
A big one.
You should eat her out.
Man, girl, you got it all wrong.
But I'm glad. I hope that you hear us read this email, and I hope that you understand where we're coming from because we might be. In my head, I'm like, oh, I hope we're setting you on this trajectory for the rest of your life where you no longer play the victim. Because let me tell you something: the victim motherfuckers. It's not a fun life. It's not a fun life. You don't want that. You don't want that heat.
And I understand that she said it would be yours, but like I think she also just like kind of like was being maybe like just young and whimsical and carefree, and then someone she was casually telling the story to someone, and they shook her and they said, "Are you out of your mind?"
Yeah. Yeah.
They said, "This is why women get paid 75 cents to the dollar."
Yeah. And she goes, "I gotta go call this chick."
Because they're making these sweet empathetic moves for their friends.
Empathy doesn't make you rich. Clearly.
Yeah. And the pet situation, that was just your own fault. Come on. I know by doing, and also if you already have a dog, I think adding a cat doesn't really make a difference because cats can go.
Yeah, cats are just.
You can you can leave a cat alone for like 3 days and you use an automatic feeder.
Yeah.
The internet claims you can only leave a cat alone for 10 hours. And
that's bullshit. They want to be left alone for more than that.
Yeah.
They would cats.
They were like several days. Yeah. I know by doing this, she would get in trouble and be able to unable to re-sign herself as the lease. It states in any subletting is illegal.
Yeah.
Don't
I can't
do
believe
this.
you typed this and sent it.
Don't do this. I really hope you catch this before.
Yeah.
Because
I'm gonna email you back.
Yeah. No. If I do this, they're for sure. That for sure is 2 words. I love that you made it 1 though. Is no way. Now I'm mad at you, so I'm being condy. Is no way going back to any kind of friends. Plus, I would definitely not be welcomed in the friend group anymore, and you shouldn't be.
I mean, if you ratted on her,
yeah.
Oh my God, I'd be pissed off at you for the rest of my life.
I am genuinely at a loss of what to do. I feel so sad about this. You feel sad for yourself.
Yeah.
Everything in here is about yourself. You're losing the apartment. You don't know if you can lose your friend group. You are the problem.
Yeah.
I also feel like I can't tell anyone what's going on, as all my close friends I have met are through her.
Yeah, because you know
wow,
you're wrong.
This girl set up your entire life in New York. This girl she has been so generous.
Better eat her ass. Okay.
What would you do in my position? I would look in the mirror and say, why am I an ungrateful cunt?
Yeah. I would say, can I do your laundry today?
Yeah.
How about me? I do you a fave, girl. Let me do you a fave.
I know. I guess you're new to New York and you don't know how things work here.
You must be.
But like, you fucking hit the goddamn lottery for 16 months.
Yeah.
And that is.
I mean, I hope we don't run into you.
Yeah.
Because I'll shake you.
Yeah.
In a mom way.
You're the asshole.
Yeah. You are the asshole. And you don't know it at all.
You have no idea.
It's wild, but I'm so glad we caught it.
You think
it, girl.
A great injustice has been served to you when you had something happen to you that is. If any New Yorker heard this, if it was on like one of those New York only Instagram accounts,
you'd be ripped to shreds. You would be ripped to shreds.
This is you won the New York lottery.
Every month that you were living in that apartment, you should have sent her a new bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
Like a really fancy one with with those flowers that you can't get in the wild.
Yeah.
You know? Like the palm ones. Whatever.
Enjoy Soho for the next 3 months because you're about to move to Bushwick.
Yeah. not even, man. Bushwick is getting pretty poppin'. You're about to move to Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
I was just at JFK this morning.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be cheap to live there. It's far away. Far, far away. Manhattan.
Soho.
Manhattan.
Soho. Crazy.
Please write us back and say that you got this reply. Okay?
Man, I hope you didn't say anything stupid to Maya. She's
I know.
the best thing that ever happened to you.
I'm going to email you.
She's the best thing that ever happened to you.
I know. I want to thank her. All right. I just want to promote Don't Be an Asshole. That's what I want to promote today. That's all. That's all. I hate mean people, and I hate them so much. And I just want to say, be a good person today. Do something nice for a stranger.
It's so. I know a lot of people like this who think that bad things are always happening to them when they're actually always just acting like an asshole, and good things keep happening to them.
Yeah,
somehow. I know so many people in comedy like this.
Yeah, and it's
a bunch of rich brats.
Oh, the rich part. Yeah, because you don't appreciate shit.
Oh
but
my God.
I'm so glad we grew up how we grew up.
Oh yeah,
I'm so glad for those broke years.
I'm so glad I did not.
They were exhilarating.
Rich. Everyone who I know who grew up rich is fucking into.
Yeah, they're either like a drug addict or they're very unhappy. I know a couple that are happy, but it's not the ones that grew up rich. Actually, it's the ones that got rich later.
Damn. Wow. Okay, well, I'll take that in. I mean, please watch Without a Country podcast. We live stream every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's been so fun. Numbers have been going up. I just love doing and it's a live call-in show too, like C-SPAN style. So if I'm talking about something and you're watching live, you can call in. It's been just a fucking blast. Please check that out and subscribe to the YouTube. And if you're in Salt Lake City, September 26th is the last day of the Eye of the Tiger tour. So make sure to come check out that. Get tickets. They're available now. It's featuring the one and only Chloe LeBranch. And I guess that's all I have to promote right now. Yeah. Oh my God.
Still blown away by that email. Okay, so wait, there's this girl on Instagram that I found that I love when people confuse me, meaning you see somebody who just goes against the grain.
Yeah.
In not a great way. Or that's in the eye of the beholder, right? But like there's this chick that I found. I don't know how I found her on Instagram.
I love you just comment. Like you can comment. You really go against the grain.
Yeah. She's young. She's super hot. She's so homophobic that I think she's gay.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen a young hot chick gay, like who's like homophobic, like throwing that F word around, baby.
So at this point, like the way I look at homophobia, and tell me if you feel the same way, is like when
it's the gayest thing ever.
When someone is homophobic, it is gay, but I also feel like in 2024, it's like they're wearing last season's like clothes.
It does feel stale. Yeah, it's like where were you in the 90s when everybody was saying?
You're like, did you get this homophobia from the clearance rack at TJ Maxx?
It's like
that's how outdated it is.
Get into aliens, girl. It's so much more interesting.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just like
there's no hate involved.
It's like you're not like
her name's Valentina Gomez.
Great.
Her name's Valentina Gomez.
I love that.
Her bio. She's a public figure. She's just fascinating to me. Christ is King. America First. MBA, financier, RE, where I guess real estate, I don't know, military family, former Division I swimmer. If you hate me, you're probably liberal. But like, dude, she's so homophobic, and it's confusing to watch. Like this young, she was running for office, and she
uses the F word.
Oh yeah, I mean, trigger warning, I guess. But I feel like the gays are like, yeah, we don't care. But
it bleeps it out though.
I guess she doesn't bleep it out in every.
Because I'm like, how is she getting away with that?
Is now threatening U.S. citizens with arrest for social media posts. My address is public, and I don't fear any of these English pussies. So to the lads over in the UK, can have their own Olympics if they really wanted to. Today, the Olympics ended, and so did women's sports, at least for now. They literally allowed men with XY chromosomes to legally beat the shit out of women and get a gold medal. They want to see how much they can get away with until we stop tolerating this woke garbage. They have mocked everything.
She's so hell-bent.
That's also just inaccurate information. That story about the
the boxer?
It's driving me nuts because it's inaccurate information. I hate when people are just...
And then J.K. Rowling went and I was like, oh, word, girl?
Yeah, I saw that.
You like that?
I saw the J.K. Rowling post and I was like, okay. I'm like,
you're girl.
I'm like, no, you're taking this. It's also just like...
Take it out of context. It's a woman. And just because you don't want to fuck her doesn't mean she's not a woman. World.
Oh no, not that she took it out of context. I'm just like, you're taking this too far. Like I'm like, because the initial thing that she wrote, I actually didn't have a problem with years ago.
Oh right.
Because I actually read it and I'm like,
from a place of like she was abused.
Nothing in here is actually over the top. But now I'm just
now
like,
she's being over the top though.
I feel like she's just being a caricature of herself. I think part of it is also like. Because so many people turn their backs on her that she's like, fuck you, I'm going to go harder than ever, which happens a lot.
It does happen.
That's how the right got a lot of the left.
And that's a human thing. When you get bullied for something, whether you did it or you didn't do it, it doesn't matter because you take that energy and you're like, a lot of times motherfuckers double down from that. And that's not good. Yeah. But this chick, I've never seen anything like it.
Oh,
where'd she go? And then she's really hell-bent on like, gay people are going to hell. And it exactly what you said. I'm like, are you from the 80s? Like, how are you living right now?
Well, also
it's
based
really
on her
confusing.
accent, was she born here? Because if she wasn't, it's so funny to me.
Well, her accent would lead you to believe that's not English is not her first language.
Because I'm like, oh, you're just being a pawn for the party that would fucking deport you if they had the opportunity.
Yeah, she has murder in her eyes. Yeah. She has murder in her eyes.
That's not great.
And I'm just she ran for
myself. It's not about blue. It's not about red. It's about doing the right thing for the American people and speaking the truth, even if it costs you your job.
I feel like 3 short guys from a MAGA rally like put on a trench coat and it's her.
Oh boy.
I just don't get how she exists, and it's very interesting. That's all I wanted to say.
That's no good.
See, because it reminded me of our definition of feminism, which is women can be pieces of shit too.
Yeah.
We're not immune to being fucking batshit nuts.
Yeah.
And spout these hateful bullshit ideals.
Oh, no, there's a lot of I like to go over and watch InfoWars every now and then for Without a Country. And there was this crazy Australian lady.
Alex Jones, the biggest pussy on the planet.
There the other day. Well, that was what was interesting because I watched Rogan's. I don't know if you watched Rogan's new special, the one that he did live.
I have it queued up though.
But he was like, Alex Jones is right about a lot of things. He was like, he was really wrong about one thing, and everyone's laughing. But I'm like, no, I mean, he's wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah, he is. That's his shtick. Maybe he doesn't mean it that way. But
I was like, I don't know that it's a shtick so much as how he really thinks. But yeah. I'm like, yeah,
it's a shtick to me.
This is why he has a lot of time and availability to be on the Tim Dillon podcast.
Yeah.
Did you see that? It's very funny that he was swigging alcohol in between questions.
Wait, on Tim Dillon's podcast or on InfoWars?
On Tim Dillon's.
That man makes so much money
sense.
from his end of the world food packets.
Well, I mean, they do
He's
a great
never going
job.
out of business.
The pop-up ads, I almost
Do you want to know what's fucked up though?
What?
Some of the NDE videos I'm watching, some of them are like, there's going to be like a little chunk of time that you're going to need to like be able to like get your food locally, like local, not at a grocery store. And I'm like, oh,
local,
no.
like from your own refrigerator.
Yeah, or like
from
your yard, I'm like, oh no, is Alex Jones right about something?
Well, I guess I'm going to be eating rat carcasses then from my outdoor space.
Or grass.
Yeah, I don't have it. It's AstroTurf.
Oh, it is.
It's AstroTurf. So I think microplastics is probably not my best option.
Don't do that. Don't digest that.
Oh my God.
How is everything with you?
Good. I had what I'm going to rank as the best day of the summer so far on Saturday. Just a great, because I feel like I just never go out anymore.
Me either.
And I was like, I gotta go out. So I like last minute, I was like, I did my spots, and then I was like, I got the crew together, and we all went to the Kill Tony party.
They did MSG.
And it was, you never know what a comedy party is going to be like, but I was like, this one was actually all killer, no filler.
That's so cool.
And it was just so nice. And we all we just all the group chat just all showed up. And we had, because we hadn't seen each other in so long. Like Ryan's been in Australia and since basically since Danny's wedding. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we all got together, and it was just so fun. We stayed out till 6 a.m. We went to Joey Rose's after.
That's great.
Because DeRosa was in town. I hadn't seen him in a while because he doesn't have a place here anymore.
Shit.
So
Did he move to Austin?
Well, he has a home. I don't know if I don't want to publicly, but he has 2 places now. But yeah,
cool.
So he's in other places now. But yeah, it was just like I was just like in the Uber on the way from like the Kill Tony party to the to Joey Rose's. I was just like looking out the window, and I was all the way in the back of like an Uber XL, and I was like just looking at all my friends talk, and I was just like, I just love my friends so much.
That's great.
And part of it was like I do love like who they are in the world. And I know we're not supposed to identify based on our occupation, but I think it's really hard not to when you know how hard it is to make it in comedy.
Yeah.
And I was just like looking at them and like I was like going through each and one of them and like how in my head, like how proud and this is crazy that I'm doing this.
Well, you're
stone cold sober.
Mushrooms, but sober.
Yeah. And I'm just like looking, I was like so proud of all their individual achievements and all that they've done, and how like none of them came from rich families, and they all just like worked their fucking asses off, and like we're all good at a different thing. And I was just like, I just love them so much. So and I love being around them, and I'm so happy how like hard they work. And I love that we had this night together. And I was like, and like all my friends were like, and like a lot of these are like straight guys, and they were like, I love you. Thank you for putting this night together.
Aww.
And I was like, I've trained these boys well.
Good.
I'm really proud of them.
That's great.
Yeah. And some of them are married now, and I love their wives. So yeah, it was just much needed, because I was like, I just went out and I was like, something is happening tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Something has to happen tonight. And I put on an outfit. I go, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not going home after I'm done working.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to make something fucking happen.
Yeah.
And we made something happen.
You fucking did.
It's hard though, because in New York, a lot of times, like because basically when you drink, you're buying yourself a lottery ticket every night. Every time you drink, it's like you could be having the best night of your life. You could be having the worst night of your life.
Yeah.
But I also feel like when something is over planned, in my experience in New York, it's never the funnest night.
Oh, New York is the city for just like last minute epic evenings.
It's always when I throw my hair up in a ponytail, don't put makeup on, put sweatpants on, and say I'm just going to do this one spot in Brooklyn that I end up in like a millionaire's apartment that looks over Central Park. But this time I actually like played it rather right. Yeah. And it was just so good. I was just so happy.
That's awesome.
So happy. It's great.
You know who's also great?
Today's guest.
Abso-goddamn-lutely,
Yes.
Corinne. She's making her second appearance on the show. I'm very excited to have this woman back. She's a rising star in modern spirituality and astrology. She's a celebrity astrologer, author, media personality. Her book, It's All Magic, 365 Reflections on Astrology, Tarot, and Manifestation, comes out October 22nd and is available for pre-order.
And she also has a new podcast that is coming out about astrology.
Oh, you got to watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to
Aliza Kelly.